Hello, hello, this is Simone, and today I thought I'd just hop on here because I had this idea in my head that I got from Christine's memory keeping in your planner class that is live that started last week. And she journals on the daily to do pages on the back of them. And yesterday, I went to an event with my son, to a Mother's Day event, and I had three photos. And originally, I thought maybe I would put them all on this page, but then this one is somewhat special because my son's name is Linus, and we went to the Computer History Museum, and there was the Hall of Fellows, I think it's called, and there was, I'm sorry, there was Linus Torvalds on this, and he said, "Mom, one day my name is going to hang there as well." And I really thought, because he has never really expressed any kind of things that he's burning for, and so I was like, okay, I would love to just make some kind of special page about this. Not really, I could do a scrapbook page for him, but this I want to keep. And so I thought, why don't I use that photo and put it on one of this, make a tip in here, and then write about the rest of the day with maybe these photos on here and do this all about him. So I then went and gathered things from a die cut pack that was in the Day in the Life kit in April. This is what it for April, yes, from the Live More from Pink Fresh Studio. I just went through them and looked what I liked, the size, what went well. I originally looked in there to see if I could find a label for the title, but then I just grabbed my label box because there was none in there, and then I found this that I originally made for journaling about my days. But since I'm actually current right now, I don't need this. So I thought I could just use this to cut out a label and put it there. So that's why this is here. I brought in the washi tape. I want to make a title, maybe using these two letter stickers, depending on how big they are. And then I found these as well, and I thought, oh, I'll just pull them out and try to make a page, a quick layout about his dream. And that's probably the title. So now I'm starting with just adding a tab to my photo. And I find the mat is not straight at all, but I don't really care. It was a little bit too wide on that side for the tab to be added, so I cut it down a little bit, and then I decide that I was going to add washi tape underneath the photo just as like a shelf. And then I'm going to stick down my photo, and I'm covering up the rings, the holes of the rings, just because I know that I'm going to tip it into my traveler's notebook. But you could just move the photo over if you wanted to add it to a ring planner. And then I take this little booklet that I made apart. As I said, I don't really need it anymore, and I like these pages too much to just let them go to waste. And so I decide, yeah, I'm going to use them like that. And I really liked the ripped edge, and so I tore it a little bit more, and then I'm just going to layer it over there, over the holes of the rings, and to just create I'm umming and ahhing all the time. I haven't voiced over a video in a week, and this actually is very hard to do, I guess. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is that you could definitely just add your title over the daily to-dos. I decided not to do that, not because I don't want the daily to-dos there, just because I wanted to layer things and I wanted to have a label there, and this is where my creative process took me. I didn't start with the intention of covering this up. That's what I'm trying to say. I thought I might add this circular striped embellishment because I had already brought in some color at the bottom. I want to use this arrow, but yeah, the circle is so big and it just doesn't really go. So I am pulling several different labels, and then I am creating a label cluster there. I didn't think when I took the what color is that? Coral, a very, very light coral colored label. I took it and it was like, this doesn't fit to this page. But then I held it there and I thought, wow, it's not something you see very often, but the color combination looks okay and it doesn't blend in that much. It just helps to make the title stand out a little bit, and there's not much to be seen in the end anyway. So yeah, I really like that pop of color up there. It's not very bright, but it's there. So then I am fuzzing a little bit with my labels, and instead of fuzzing, I just then, after I figure out that I'll never get it right, I'll just take my glue gun and put it down and glue it down. Since I have already covered the daily to-dos, I am now making sure that it is covered up, just because, I don't know why, just because I did it. I wanted to have the title His Dream, and I thought about using these really large stickers. I have had them in my stash almost from the time I started scrapbooking in 2014, but these are actually older. I bought them from someone who destashed their alphabet stickers, and so yeah, I never really thought, I didn't really get to use them because they are so hard to use. And now the color scheme really goes well with this month's Coco Daisy planner, so I decided to pull them out and just kill them, and then I can just get rid of them. And the dream was actually almost too wide, so I had to layer the letters and squish them together, but I really like the way that looks. And then I add the his in the letter stickers from Evalicious. They were in the Day in the Life kit from Coco Daisy this in April. For May? No, I haven't gotten my May kit yet. So they were in the Day in the Life kit for April. And then I decide, because the dream doesn't stand out that much, that I'm going to outline all the letters. Usually, I really suck at outlining letters. My pen never really sticks to the edges of the letter stickers and it looks really messy, but this time, for the very first time ever, I was able to manage just fine, and I was really happy about that. And I have done that in my journal quite a few times since then because it just worked. So I'm going to stick down this arrow, and then I'm going to stick down the teal label, and I think it says "This Matters." And then there's some free space, and I'm just going to write down the story that I told you before, that what he said was that he wanted to be on that wall someday in the future. And I really liked hearing that. I loved what he said, and so that's why I wrote it down. Yeah, I think I'm done. That's it. I will show you the finished layout. I think you can call it a layout. I guess, in a few seconds, and I hope this was inspiring to you. If you do not have any planner pages, you could definitely just create a tip-in from some notebook paper or scrapbook paper and treat it like a layout and then tip it into your traveler's notebook journal. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time in another video. Until then, bye!